Alright everyone, so we have some news and info for Raid Shadow Legends, and to start things off, we have a ton of new information about a new feature coming to the game with the release of the Bazaar, which should be in the next patch in the middle of this month, and that new feature is Accessory Sets. So we have artifacts and artifact sets, and we have regular accessories, but now we are also going to have accessory sets. And accessory sets are similar to the artifact sets that we have in-game, but they are a bit different, and the Diamond actually gets into detail here on how these accessory sets are going to work. So let's go ahead and take a look at this here. Somebody asked, are there any news regarding accessories for today? The Diamond responded a couple minutes, and now here is his post. Hello guys, here is the promised info about the new accessories. 2 new types of accessories will be made available in the Bazaar. Though the mechanics they have are closer to artifact sets than they are to the classic accessories you've seen so far, there are 3 items in each set: the ring, the amulet, and the banner. So no new actual accessory pieces. They're still going to actually use the same types of accessory slots that we have here, but now there's going to be a set bonus for these new types of accessories, and you're going to get a scaling bonus based on the number of accessories that you actually have in the current set. So let's get back to this post right here. There are 3 items in each set: ring, amulet, banner, and equipping more accessories from that set will increase the effects the set has. Thus explained with 2 direct examples, and they actually give here what the 2 sets are going to be with the release of the Bazaar. So one of the sets here is X. Once per turn, a champion equipped with X accessories has a 5, 10, or 15% chance, with either 1, 2, or 3 accessories equipped respectively, of immediately finishing the cooldown of any skill they just used. So that's one of the sets right there. And then the other set is Y. At the start of their turn, a champion equipped with Y accessories has an 8, 16, and 24% chance, with 1, 2, or 3 accessories equipped respectively, to remove 1 random debuff. Now, this is also important. Here is this next line, and that might give you a little bit of an insight as to the difficulty it'll probably be in order to acquire, being able to collect these accessory sets for all the different types of factions, with, of course, decent stats as well. Each faction will have these 2 types of accessories. So now you have to get the actual correct accessory for the faction, as well as having to get the actual correct accessory for the accessory set. And if you're wondering about stats, like, is this accessory set going to completely replace the stats that are actually on accessories? The answer to that is no. And in fact, a bunch of people today were asking questions about how these accessory sets are going to work, and I have some clarification and some answers to a lot of the questions that people have been asking. So I'll go ahead and show you guys those after this post right here. Both accessory effects will have a unique visual cue when applied, and here is the pic of the accessories, which I'll show you guys right here. It'll also probably be the thumbnail of the video. You can share this info with your subscribers. So here's just the image that they gave, just with some visualization there. Doesn't give any hints as to the actual stats or anything like that, but there's that right there. And now getting into some of the questions that people were actually asking clarification on, a bit more info about these new accessories and the accessory set. So somebody asked, are those the only 2 set bonuses? And the Diamond responded with yes, the one to finish the cooldown and the one to remove a random debuff. So it seems like these will be the only 2 accessory sets for the time being. These are also slated to be one of the main features of the Bazaar. However, the Bazaar will also feature additional things. If you actually take a look at the Bazaar teaser, you can kind of see here, if we go to Arena, we go to Tag Team Arena, and we go to Bazaar, you can see this image, which has been out for a while here. This middling image here is indeed an image of one of these new accessories, part of the accessory sets. Of course, I talked about this a few weeks ago when we actually first saw this image, and it does indeed turn out that that is what it's going to be. I didn't know at the time about the accessory sets, but I had a feeling, like, because of course we've got that necklace chain there, that we were going to get some types of new accessories coming to the game. And then of course you've got shards and chickens, and I've also heard from the Diamond that there will indeed be skill tomes in the Bazaar as well. I don't know about legendary skill tomes or even epic skill tomes, but he did say that there would also be skill tomes in the Bazaar when it does release, which of course should be with the next patch in the middle of this month. So that's a question that somebody had. Here is another question. Does this then replace all stats? So instead of stats, they do this effect. And the Diamond responded with the accessory should have the main stats plus the substats plus the special effect. Very valid question, of course, because I was also wondering, with these new accessory sets, are you now going to have to pick and choose between having actual stats on your accessories, and then these accessory sets would just give you the special effects that that the Diamond talked about in that big post, but no stats at all? So in a sense, you would have had to sacrifice stats in order to actually get these new set effects, but that turns out that is not the case. So they're still going to offer their original stats in addition to these new sets. So, you know, that is a bit of a power creep in a sense, because we're just adding more power to the game now. But considering the fact that you'll have to get these certain accessory sets for the actual faction, it's not like you'll be able to buy one of these accessory sets and equip it on all your champions. You still have to go through that element of getting the right accessory set for the right faction. So could be a very long time before people actually get a good amount of these accessory sets to really be able to replace a lot of the accessories that they already have on their champions right now. So and then, of course, another clarification here coming from the Diamond. These new accessories can be removed like regular artifact or current accessories. It doesn't stay forever. You can put it in the slot or remove it there without any issues. So a little bit more clarification about this. A lot of people are wondering, with these new accessories, it is not a new system coming to the game. So it's not like there's going to be new equipment slots for accessories. It's not like runes. Like when runes came out, that was a completely new feature, right? They did not have runes before, and it was something completely new. This is still accessories, and it'll still actually replace the accessories that you have if you choose to equip them, and they'll be slotted into the accessory slots, so you do have to make that choice. And if you do decide to, not use them later on, you will be able to remove them, but of course, in order to remove accessories, you do have to pay that price in silver, which can be pretty expensive. So you could remove them, but probably still don't want to be swapping them around too much back and forth because of how expensive accessory and artifact swapping is, which is, I think, another issue that they should probably focus on maybe improving in the future of the game. But anyway, that's that first point right there. It's like the normal accessories, but with the extra effects. Each faction will have these two new types of accessories. So another clarification there that it will probably be a while when the Bazaar is released. I'm still trying to find a bit more information about how the Bazaar is actually going to work here, and how often the actual rewards in the Bazaar are going to refresh. Like, is it going to function like the market, where every hour you'll be able to refresh the Bazaar, and what you can actually see in the Bazaar, maybe actually pay gems to refresh it if you want to do it more than once an hour, or is it going to be like a once a day type of thing? I'm trying to ask here, because depending on how the Bazaar is actually going to work, and how often these new accessory sets actually show up in the Bazaar, how often they're going to be good. Like, if they work anywhere similar to the way that artifacts work in the current market, where 99.9% of them are just complete trash, it's really going to be a long time before people are able to actually put these new accessory sets to work. So as soon as I find out more information about how the functionality of the Bazaar is actually going to work, I will let you guys know as soon as possible. But that is all the information regarding accessory sets, the new feature coming to the game, hopefully in the middle of this month with the new launch of the patch. But now we have some additional information and news, because I don't know if you guys noticed here, but we do now have more of these Tag Team Arena tokens. It seems like Plarium has mentioned several times now that this is a change that came from the community, and you guys, the community members, were the ones who actually made this change possible. I'm not entirely sure if this is really the change that people were looking for in the Tag Team Arena. I wouldn't necessarily say. I don't speak for everyone in the community by any means whatsoever, but I don't think the problem is people wanting to play the Tag Team Arena more. I think the problems are more deeply rooted with the way that the ranking system works and many other core things that are problematic with Tag Team Arena. But anyway, at least we do have some more tokens now, whether you're playing the Tag Team Arena or not. I also noticed that they sent a couple of compensation token bags to the mailbox, and they do expire in 24 hours, so make sure that you guys are mindful of that and use them before they do expire. And they also have some other things that sent, like I still have those clan boss keys. I know the other day they sent compensation, I think it was some gems. energy and clan boss keys. Just make sure that you guys are mindful of this stuff in your mailbox, because it does have a pretty short timer. And don't do what I'm doing right here. I know this is a bad idea. I'm fully aware of it. I just honestly haven't taken the time to clear up my mailbox, but I know that what I'm doing is not right. But be mindful of the stuff that they sent us with short timers. So that's what's going on with the tag team arena right there. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about is the actual events and tournaments going on, because we are at a strange point right now where for the longest time we had a lot of craziness going on with the actual tournaments and events. We had a lot of stuff going on, but all this stuff pretty much wrapped up at about the same time. And you can see here, we do not actually have the events page as well. That is also gone. So right now, we only have one thing going, and that is the Ice Golem tournament. I also noticed this chest looked like it was new. I was wondering if this was some type of different Ice Golem tournament. Turns out it's the same with pretty typical rewards. At least this one does have an epic book, but nothing really too crazy about that. And this is generally a sign after we get a big rush of lots of things going on at the same time, and that the events and the tournaments start to slow down and kind of get to a crawl where we're at right now, where there's really not a lot going on. This is a pretty big sign that we are getting something in the game like a fusion coming soon, and the timing of it lines up. Plarium has been pretty predictable about the way that they kind of do fusions, for the last 6 months or so, and it really does make a lot of sense that I would guess within the next week or so, we are probably going to get news of the next fusion. And even the Diamond tier hinted at it a little bit here. Somebody asked here, any news on a fusion? Are we expected to have one soon? The Diamond responded, I hope so. If any news about it appears while I'm on vacation, Ranger will inform you here. Now, if there was absolutely no news about the fusion, he probably wouldn't have even responded to this. So, don't look too much into this, especially considering everything that's been going on. But I would say there is a decent probability that within the next week or so, we should get some news on what the next fusion is going to be. So now is not a terrible time to start preparing at least a little bit for that, if that is something that interests you guys. But anyway, that's pretty much it for all the news and info for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did and you want more videos like this in the future, consider subscribing to the channel. Feel free to leave a quick like as well. It means more than you can imagine, so thank you so much to all of you guys who decide to do that. And more Raid Shadow Legends videos should be popping up on the screen right about now, or in the suggested videos to your right or below. Feel free to check them out for all sorts of news, info, guides, tutorials, all that fun stuff related to Raid Shadow Legends. But if not, until next time, take care everyone, and this is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.